Poulnabrone Portal Tomb is one of the oldest memorials to human history in the Burren, a moonlike limestone landscape situated in Ballyallaban in midwestern Ireland. Large stone tombs, known as megalithic tombs, were built throughout Western Europe during the Neolithic or New Stone Age when the practice of farming was first becoming established. Over 90 megalithic tombs are known to survive in the Burren, and the earliest of these are the court tombs and portal tombs built in the 4th millennium BC, or more politically correct these days, 6,000 years before present, or BP. The portal tomb here at Poulnabrone is one of two constructed in the Burren, is perhaps the best preserved example in the country. At the time this tomb was constructed, the landscape would have looked quite different from that of today. Open pine forests and some elm and hazel were widespread, and there were limited areas of open grassland. Much of today's barren terrain is the result of excessive soil loss in later prehistoric times. Many of the ancient field walls to be seen in the Burren may have been constructed by the tomb builders to enclose their farmland and to mark territorial boundaries. An example of the low grass-covered mound can be seen extending to the southwest from the edge of the Poulnabrone tomb. These early farmers would most likely have lived in rectangular wooden houses, and their subsistence economy relied largely on the cultivation of crops such as barley and wheat and on domesticated animals, particularly cattle. Hunting, fishing, and fowling also played an important role in their economy. In contrast with their impermanent homes, these people built substantial stone tombs to house their dead. The investment of labor represented by these tombs and their continued usage over a long period of time suggests that they served a powerful symbolic role in their communities, and today they're enduring reminders of sacred places. Poulnabrone Portal Tomb and its environs is composed of Carboniferous limestone, a sedimentary rock type formed over 320 million years ago on the floor of a warm, shallow sea. It's composed of the compacted remains of the animal and plant life of these ancient waters, visible today as fossils in the rock. Over time, massive glaciers scoured and sculpted these limestone beds to create the distinctive terraced hillsides, while dropping rounded boulders called erratics in their wake. Ancient earth movements fractured and folded the limestone, and solution by rainwater expanded the hairline fractures to form deep cracks called grikes, separated by blocks or clints. These are the classic features of a karst landscape. The elegant surface patterns on these water-worn limestone pavements were shaped in situ over many millennia. Poulnabrone is a classic example of a portal tomb with two tall portal stones flanking the entrance to a rectangular stone-lined chamber, which is covered by a single large capstone. A low oval-shaped mound or cairn of loose stone, which helps stabilize the chamber, surrounds the tomb. This cairn would probably have been no higher than it is today, suggesting that the dramatic tomb structure itself was designed to be the main focus. Archaeological excavations were carried out at Poulnabrone between 1986 and 1988, when the fractured eastern portal stone needed to be replaced. The original portal stone can be seen lying on the limestone pavement just to the north of the tomb. The excavations revealed at least 33 individuals were buried in the chamber. Infants, children, and adults, both male and female. It's likely that the bones, which were highly fragmented, were initially buried or allowed to decompose elsewhere before being transferred to this tomb sometime around 5,000 years before present. Personal possessions buried with the dead included a polished stone axe, a decorated bone pendant, stone beads, quartz crystals, chert and flint weapons, and implements and fragments of pottery. Many of these artifacts are on display in the Clare County Museum in Ennis. Radiocarbon dating has shown that those buried in the chamber died in the period 6200 to 4900 before present, placing them firmly in the Neolithic or New Stone Age. Over 1,000 years later, during the Bronze Age, a newborn baby was buried in the portico just outside the entrance to the chamber. This tomb was not just a formal burial place, but must have also been a focus for related rituals and ceremonies. The transfer of bones from their original resting place suggests strong links with the ancestors. The tomb continued to dominate the landscape of later generations, as evidenced by the Bronze Age burial. Today it provides us with the opportunity to imagine and contemplate the past.